Ladies and gentlemen, a real man isn't defined by how much money he makes, how many accolades he receives, or how many people admire him. No, the true measure of a man lies in something much deeper. It's found in the foundation upon which he stands. A real man understands that his character, integrity, and the values he lives by are the bedrock of his success. You can't build a strong house on weak foundations, and you can't build a powerful life without first establishing solid principles. Integrity, responsibility, and accountability, these aren't just words, they're the very essence of a real man. A man who is willing to stand by his word, who takes responsibility for his actions and the consequences that come with them. He doesn't point fingers, he doesn't make excuses. A real man knows that if he wants to command respect, he must first respect himself. And that starts with holding himself to the highest standard, even when no one is watching. But that's just the beginning. A real man doesn't wait around for success to knock on his door. He doesn't sit on the sidelines of life, hoping for a break or a stroke of luck. A real man actively pursues his purpose. He wakes up with intention and clarity. He doesn't wander aimlessly. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to the life he envisions. A real man doesn't look for excuses to stop, he finds reasons to keep going. His sense of purpose drives him to push harder, work longer, and aim higher. He knows that success isn't handed to him, it's something that he has to take for himself. And let me tell you something else, there's no shortcut to success. No one cares how hard you say you're trying. The world only cares about results. And the only way to get results is through discipline, commitment, and relentless hard work. A real man understands this. He's not swayed by distractions or weak excuses. He knows that discipline isn't just about doing what's easy, it's about doing what's necessary, it's about showing up when others won't. It's about getting up when others are content to stay down. Discipline is the muscle that will carry you when passion wanes and motivation fades. It's the backbone of achievement. But let's talk about responsibility. A real man knows that being a leader isn't just about calling the shots, it's about making the hard decisions, the tough calls when the pressure is on. Leadership is not about comfort, it's about sacrifice. It's about putting the needs of others before your own. It's about leading by example, not by words alone. If you want people to follow you, they have to see you walking the walk, not just talking the talk. And let me tell you, being a true leader doesn't come with a crown. It comes with responsibility. And with that responsibility comes the weight of ensuring those around you thrive. And here's the truth, a real man doesn't just work for himself. He works for something greater. He knows that the life he lives today is the legacy he leaves for tomorrow. A real man is focused not just on his own personal success, but on the impact he has on those around him. He builds something that outlasts him. He invests in people, in projects, and in causes that will leave a lasting impression. He doesn't care if the world recognizes him, because he's more concerned with the ripple effect of his actions. What he does today will affect his children, his community, and even generations to come. So I ask you, what kind of man are you going to be? Are you going to be the kind of man who sits back and waits for things to happen, or are you going to get up, take charge, and live your life with purpose, discipline, and integrity? The world doesn't owe you anything. If you want to be a real man, you have to go out there and make it happen. Build the life you want. Leave a legacy that will outlast you. Step up. Take responsibility. The world is waiting for you to show up as the man you were born to be. And when you do, you won't just change your life, you'll change the lives of everyone around you. True manhood, my friends, is not found in the external accomplishments we often chase. It's not in the cars we drive, the houses we own, or the applause we receive. True manhood is forged deep within, in the foundation we build for ourselves, rooted in values, character, and unshakable principles. It's easy to get lost in the world's definition of success. The world will tell you that to be a man means to possess certain things, achieve certain goals, and gain certain titles. But I tell you today, true manhood isn't about what you have. It's about who you are when no one is watching. At the core of a real man is integrity. Integrity is the cornerstone of everything you do, everything you become. Without integrity, nothing else matters. You cannot walk through this world with honor if you compromise your values. A real man holds himself accountable to his word, whether others are looking or not. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't need approval from others. When a man gives his word, it's as good as gold. He doesn't backpedal or shy away from responsibility because he knows that the foundation of his strength is his ability to stand firm in his convictions. But integrity is just the beginning. True manhood is built on the bedrock of responsibility. A real man understands that life is not just about what he can get, it's about what he can give. He understands that his actions affect those around him. He is responsible not just for his own life, but for the lives he touches. He is responsible for his family, for his community, for his work, and most importantly, for his own personal development. A man who doesn't take responsibility is a man who has relinquished control over his own destiny. And let me tell you, life doesn't hand control over to the weak, to those who avoid their obligations, to those who refuse to face up to their own mistakes. It only belongs to those who stand up, accept responsibility, and then act upon it. But responsibility goes hand in hand with self-discipline. The real test of a man comes when the world throws distractions in his way, when temptation comes knocking at the door. A true man knows that discipline is his shield. He doesn't let his emotions control him. He doesn't let the whims of the moment dictate his future. A man who masters his own desires, who chooses what is right over what is easy, builds the life he dreams of. Self-discipline means saying no when it's hard. It means pushing through when you want to give up. It means staying on course when the world around you is in chaos. Discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving forward when everything else tries to pull you backward. But no matter how much integrity you have, no matter how much responsibility you take, no matter how disciplined you are, there's another component that must be added to this foundation. That component is humility. Real men know that they don't have all the answers. They know that they can learn from anyone, from everyone, and that their journey is a constant one. A real man is open to feedback, open to criticism, open to growth. He doesn't let pride get in the way of improvement. He doesn't think he's too good for help, or that asking for guidance makes him weak. Humility is what allows a man to evolve. It's what allows him to look at his mistakes, accept them, learn from them, and grow stronger as a result. Finally, a true man builds his foundation with the strength of purpose. Purpose is the fuel that drives him through adversity, through hardship, through the long nights and early mornings. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, lost, drifting aimlessly through the storm. A real man knows why he wakes up each day, what he's working toward, and who he's working for. His purpose isn't just about him, it's bigger than that. It's about the legacy he will leave behind. It's about the lives he will impact. A man with purpose doesn't just live for himself, he lives for something greater. He knows that his life is not just a series of random events, but a mission, a journey with meaning. So I ask you, men, what is your foundation built upon? Are you standing on integrity, responsibility, discipline, humility, and purpose? Because without these elements, everything you try to build will crumble. The world will tell you that manhood is about power, control, and success in the worldly sense, but I tell you today, it's about what you build on the inside. Your legacy begins with the foundation you lay today. It starts with who you are, how you carry yourself, and the strength of your character. Build your foundation solidly, because everything else, your career, your relationships, your legacy will be built upon it. The pursuit of purpose is not a casual endeavor. It is the most critical mission a person can undertake. When you wake up every morning, the question isn't simply what you're going to do today, it's why you're doing it. The pursuit of purpose demands a level of commitment that many will never understand because it requires you to dig deep within yourself to look past the distractions, the noise, and the obstacles and focus solely on the thing that gives your life meaning. It's about finding that fire within you that burns so fiercely it drives you forward no matter how tough the road ahead may seem. A lot of people go through life just existing, just getting by, following routines that don't push them to be better or to do more. But that's not you. That's not the person who is pursuing purpose. The person chasing purpose is not afraid of discomfort, is not afraid of failure, because they know that the reward for staying on track will outweigh every moment of struggle. There will be days when you feel like throwing in the towel, when you wonder if it's all worth it. But let me tell you something, the struggle is part of the process. The challenge is the training ground where you're being molded into the person who will achieve that purpose. A person without purpose is like a ship lost at sea with no destination. They drift aimlessly, wasting time and energy, unaware that the current is taking them nowhere. But the person who has found their purpose, they have a compass. They know exactly where they're going. They understand that their time is valuable and that every action must be aligned with that overarching mission. It's about living each day with intention, about saying no to things that do not serve your purpose, and saying yes to the things that propel you forward. And here's the truth, finding your purpose isn't easy. It doesn't come in a neat little package with instructions. It's messy, it's challenging, and sometimes it's painful. But if you stay the course, if you refuse to settle for mediocrity and keep moving forward, you will begin to see the signs. The moments when your passion lines up with your actions, when the work no longer feels like work because you are doing what you were born to do. That's when you'll know you're on the right path. There's no magic formula for success, no one-size-fits-all plan for discovering your purpose. It's personal, it's unique to you, and it's something only you can uncover. But when you commit to it fully, when you throw all your energy into the pursuit of your purpose, life begins to open up in ways you never imagined. Opportunities present themselves, connections happen. You attract the people, experiences, and resources that align with what you are meant to do. You will walk through doors that others only dream of walking through, and it will be because you have dedicated yourself to something bigger than just existing. The pursuit of purpose is also about growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so that you can fulfill your destiny. That means not being satisfied with where you are now, always striving for something better, pushing yourself beyond the limits you thought you had. It's about learning from mistakes, rising stronger from failures, and constantly evolving into someone who is capable of achieving the greatness that lies ahead. It's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless in your desire to improve, to expand, to become more than you were yesterday. And one of the most important things to remember in the pursuit of purpose is that it requires courage to step out into the unknown, courage to believe in yourself when others doubt you, courage to take risks, to follow your instincts, and to keep going even when the path seems unclear. The world will try to tell you that it's too hard, that you're not good enough, or that you should settle for less. But you must have the courage to keep pushing forward, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is a step closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. Purpose is what will give you the strength to keep going when times get tough, what will make you rise early and work late when no one else is watching, what will make you sacrifice comfort and security for something far greater. It will challenge you to be stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The pursuit of purpose isn't for the faint of heart. It's for the warriors, the dreamers, the doers, the ones who will not be deterred, the ones who will not give up, the ones who will stand tall and say, "This is my life and I will make it count." So when you set out on this journey, know that the path won't always be smooth. But stay focused, stay disciplined. Trust that as long as you keep your eyes on the goal and refuse to be distracted by the noise, you will find what you are searching for. You will find your purpose, and when you do, nothing will stop you from achieving it. Discipline and hard work are the twin engines that drive success in any endeavor. You can have all the talent in the world, all the dreams, and all the opportunities, but without discipline and a relentless work ethic, none of that will matter. You see, talent alone doesn't get you anywhere. You can be gifted, but if you're not willing to put in the hard work, that talent will waste away. Hard work is the ultimate equalizer. It's the one thing that no one can take away from you. It's the one thing you control. Discipline is about doing what you have to do when you don't feel like doing it. It's about committing to the long haul, when the excitement fades, when the applause quiets, and when the road gets hard. There will be days when you don't want to get up, when you feel exhausted, when distractions pull at you, and when failure seems inevitable. But it's in those moments when discipline shows its power. It's the discipline to keep going. Everything inside you wants to quit. It's the discipline to keep pushing when the results are nowhere to be seen. Because that's when you're building character, when you're forging your future, when you're proving your future, when you're proving to yourself that you can endure. Hard work is the price of success. And it's not just about working long hours, it's about working smart. It's about focusing on what truly matters, about putting in the time and effort where it counts. The world doesn't reward people for simply showing up. It rewards those who give their best, who go the extra mile, who make sacrifices that others aren't willing to make. People who put in the work are the ones who break through. They are the ones who find the opportunities that others miss. They don't wait for success to come knocking, they go out and grab it. Understand this, there are no shortcuts. You cannot cheat your way to success. You cannot bypass the grind. The only way to achieve greatness is to get comfortable with the work, with the sacrifice, and with the struggle. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it, and then it wouldn't be worth anything. You have to be willing to embrace the discomfort, the setbacks, and the challenges that come with the pursuit of your goals. Because those moments are the ones that will shape you. Those are the moments that will test your limits, that will refine your character. And that will ultimately determine your success. Discipline and hard work are also about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about building momentum, day by day, step by step, until the results speak for themselves. Small actions repeated over time lead to massive success. It's not about making one big leap, it's about taking consistent, deliberate steps forward. The more you put in, the more you get back. Your effort compounds, and your results will compound with it. Success is not a fluke, it's the result of consistent, disciplined effort. Remember, there will always be distractions. There will always be people telling you to take the easy road, to cut corners, to avoid the hard work. But you have to be stronger than that. You have to be willing to say no to the distractions, to stay focused on your goals, and to put in the work when no one is watching. It's in those moments when discipline becomes a habit, when hard work becomes second nature. When you embrace that mindset, you're no longer just working hard, you're living with purpose, with intensity, and with an unwavering commitment to your vision. The real power of discipline and hard work lies not just in the results they produce, but in the person you become in the process. They transform you, they push you to evolve, to grow, and to rise above what you thought was possible. They build your resilience, your character, and your confidence. They teach you the value of perseverance and the importance of grit. When you're willing to do the work, when you're willing to show up day after day, even when the odds are stacked against you, you build a foundation for success that will stand the test of time. And when that success comes, it won't be a coincidence. It will be the direct result of your discipline and your hard work. Leadership is a responsibility that far too many take lightly. It's not a title or a position, it's a burden. It's a weight that you must carry every single day. And the true leader knows that this weight isn't meant to be shifted or passed to someone else. It's meant to be embraced, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. A leader is someone who stands when others sit, who steps up when everyone else steps back, And let me tell you something, if you are in a position of leadership or even aspiring to be, you are responsible not just for yourself, but for everyone who depends on you. Responsibility to lead means that you are responsible for the direction of others, for their growth, for their well-being, and for their success. It's about knowing that your actions, your decisions, your words, they matter. They impact lives, they influence outcomes, and they shape futures. As a leader, you can't afford to be half-hearted. You can't afford to take the easy route. You must be willing to take the hard roads, make the difficult choices, and sacrifice your own comfort for the sake of those who follow you. And here's the reality, the responsibility you carry isn't just about making the right decisions on the good days. It's about standing firm when everything around you falls apart. It's about being a beacon of stability when everything seems chaotic. People look to you for strength, and it's your job to give it. A leader leads by example. It's not about the words you speak, it's about the actions you take. Your team, your family, your community, those who look up to you, they are watching. They are learning from what you do, not what you say. If you tell them one thing but show them another, your credibility will be shattered. Leadership is a lifestyle, not a series of tasks. You show them what it means to be strong, to be ethical, to be honest, to be disciplined, to work hard, and to never quit. You demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity, and you don't wait for others to set the example. You set it. You raise the bar. You are the standard. But here's where the responsibility to lead gets real. It's not just about making the right decisions when everything is going well. It's about making them when things are tough. When the pressure is on and the path is unclear, it's on you to find a way. And if you mess up, and you will, it's on you to own it. A real leader doesn't blame others for their failures. A real leader learns from mistakes, grows from them, and uses them as stepping stones to success. You have to own your decisions, good and bad. Because that's what true leaders do. They take full accountability for everything under their watch. And the responsibility doesn't end when you step off the stage or walk away from the meeting room. The true test of leadership comes when no one is watching. When you're alone and no one is there to validate your choices or congratulate you on your victories. This is where character is built. This is where the true leader is forged, not in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments, in the solitude, in the moments when only you know the sacrifices you've made and the steps you've taken to keep moving forward. But here's the thing, leadership isn't just a responsibility, it's a privilege. It's a gift to serve others, to shape lives, to leave an impact on the world. And when you step into that role, when you accept that responsibility, you're not just leading people, you're transforming them. You're helping them unlock their potential. You're guiding them through the storms. You're showing them that there's a way out of the darkness. And when you lead, you don't just create followers, you create leaders. Because the ultimate goal of leadership is not to have people follow you forever. It's to empower them to lead themselves, to think critically, to act decisively, and to keep pushing forward, even when it's hard. So remember, this leadership isn't easy. It isn't always glamorous. It's about doing what's necessary, not what's easy. It's about stepping up when others won't, making decisions when no one else has the courage to, and carrying the responsibility with pride and integrity. Being a leader means being accountable to those you serve, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's tough. And if you can do that, if you can accept the responsibility to lead with conviction and heart, you will not only change your life, but you will change the lives of everyone around you. Leadership is not about the title you hold or the accolades you receive. It's about the responsibility you choose to shoulder and the example you set for others to follow. It's about taking accountability for your actions, standing firm in your beliefs, and making decisions that serve not just yourself, but those who depend on you. True leadership is about stepping into your power and leading with integrity, even when no one is watching. The real measure of a leader is not in how many people follow, but in how many people you inspire to rise, to lead, and to become the best versions of themselves. So embrace the responsibility to lead with courage, with compassion, and with the understanding that the greatest leaders are those who serve others and empower them to find their own strengths. Stand tall, lead boldly, and let your legacy be one that transforms lives for generations to come.